and oh, here comes Border Patrol actually right now. Good morning, everybody. We've made it to the Canadian border. It's not exactly what we expected. Well, not what I expected. I was expecting kind of more like toll booths, like lanes of toll booths or something. But we're here at the Sweetgrass crossing at the duty-free shop. Alan just went inside and changed some of our US dollars to Canadian dollars. You want to show him, honey? Canadian dollars. And Canadian dollars. So we decided to get some Canadian money to do gas and stuff because the exchange rate on our credit card is 3%. Yeah. So yeah, the border's a little bit smaller than we thought, and it did kind of sneak up on us. We spent the night in Conrad, Montana. And the lady had told Alan an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think what she meant was an hour or 45 minutes, depending on traffic. Because, yeah, it was about an hour, maybe a little less than an hour. Yep. So 45 minutes from Conrad, Montana to the border. And, oh, here comes Border Patrol actually right now. So let's go ahead and go. All right. We just got through the border. It took how long?
An hour and 30 minutes.
An hour and 30 minutes. And so here's the questions they asked. They asked about how long we were going to be here, why were we coming here, whether or not we had firearms and various types of firearms, whether or not we had any pot or marijuana products.
Other firearms are.
Oh yeah, where other firearms are, where was our stuff, since we said we were moving to Alaska, where was all of our stuff, how many days did we plan to be in Canada, did we have any intent to sell anything in Canada or give anything to anybody in Canada. I just think it's funny. They have signs at the border about, that you have to declare any type of cannabis products, yada yada. So for us, because we don't have Nexus ID, so a Nexus ID basically is probably more for like frequent border passers, where you go through like all the checks or whatever beforehand, and they give you, it's like a certain type of ID. But so we have our U.S. passports and our Texas driver's license, so that was fine. I guess it wasn't too bad. Did they ask you anything else in the office? No. So nothing in the declarations office. Just paperwork and processing. So they didn't ask you anything in the declarations office? No.
Specify what I was transporting.
Right. So from what I've read online, as far as your declarations, so you have to list like the serial numbers and makes of your firearms, and they run it through their computer system basically to see if they're real serial numbers and to see if they're stolen. So that's really kind of it. And you can't carry certain firearms into Canada whatsoever, so they don't allow pistols or anything with, was it 4.5 inch barrel length or less?
4.
Yeah, something like 4. If your barrel length is less than 4.5 inches, you can't bring it into Canada. There may be exceptions. Yeah, no semis. There may be exceptions to that rule, but it's a whole bunch of different paperwork. We didn't need to do any of that, so luckily everything went pretty smooth. It's just kind of a lengthy process, but in all honesty, less than 2 hours. That's not too bad. That's a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but it's still not bad. Just mostly waiting for customs officers and stuff. So yeah, not too bad. So the other side of Sweetgrass, Montana is Lethbridge. That's the next Canadian town. What's interesting here about the signage is, so in the United States we're used to seeing everything marked in miles, and it looks like here in Canada everything's in kilometers. So that'll be kind of interesting to get used to. And so far it looks just like Montana. So we are in Alberta, is the province, and so now we're heading towards Calgary and then on to Edmonton. And actually we might stay just outside of Edmonton in a little town called, I think it's pronounced Leduc, or Leduc, something like that, Leduc. It's right outside Edmonton where the airport is. So we're going to try to make it that far. We'll see how it goes.